Hello everyone, this is Annabella. First off, thank you so much for all the attention my previous reading on Kim Soo Hyun and Kim Se Ron has been getting. Honestly, because of that reading, I can't say I'm completely surprised by the recent news, but what I am curious about is whether the situation will actually affect Kim Soo Hyun's career that much. And yeah, it sucks that I have to phrase it that way, but we all know how the entertainment industry works in Korea, how male favor it tends to be. So this reading's just going to take a look at that, how his career might be impacted. I won't be reading about Kim Se-ron because I want to respect her and let her rest in peace. As always, this is just a tarot reading, mainly for entertainment, so please take everything with a grain of salt and stay logical. Alright, let's get started with the cards. The first card we have here is the Ten of Swords. And honestly, this card is pretty brutal. Right now, I do think he's being pushed to the edge. Has it been every single day that the YouTuber reporter keeps dropping new information proving what Kim Soo-hyun did to Kim Se-ron? Because it really feels like he's being backed into a corner. This card also makes me feel like people are turning their backs on him, just like how the swords in the imagery are stabbing the figure's back while he's lying on the ground. It's a tough situation, no doubt, but this is just the first card, and while it clearly describes part of what's going on, it doesn't give us the full picture. So let's keep going and see what else comes up, because what I'm really curious about is where things go from here. Next, we have the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands usually represents something coming at you really fast, right? And in this context, I feel like each of these wands could symbolize the reports, the pictures, and the allegations that are being thrown at Kim Soo-hyun right now. It's a constant stream, and it's not slowing down. But because this is such a fast-moving car, it also suggests that this whole situation will unfold quickly. And honestly, hasn't that already been the case? The moment that reporters spoke up, everything started crumbling. His career is already shaking. But the real question is it really shaking? Will he actually face consequences for what he's done? Now, I'm not here to pass judgment or play the role of a lawyer. I don't want to step beyond what the tarot is showing me, but personally, I do believe in karma and justice, and eventually, one way or another, they will catch up to him. Maybe not right now, maybe not even in this lifetime, but the universe doesn't forget. Alright, let's move on to the third card, the Four of Pentacles. Now, let's be real, Kim Soo-hyun lives in a completely different world than we do. He's an A-list actor, and the amount of money, power, and influence he has is something we can't even begin to compare to our everyday lives. And that's exactly what this card is showing me. The Four of Pentacles represents holding on to wealth, security, and control. Despite all the bad press right now, he still has money, assets, and influence, and those factors are going to play a huge role in how the situation unfolds. No matter how things go, his financial stability isn't something that's going to disappear overnight. Even if his career completely crashes, he still has enough wealth to live comfortably for the rest of his life. At the end of the day, he still has power, and that power can still flip the situation. Now we have the Nine of Cups. So, as you may know, every tarot card has both a good and a bad side. Generally, the Nine of Cups represents personal fulfillment, wishes coming true, and satisfaction. But sometimes, when I see this card, what I pick up on is selfishness, especially in a situation like this. And honestly, I feel like this might be a cultural thing as well. From what I'm seeing, it doesn't really seem like he fully understands that what he did was completely wrong. Like, of course, from my perspective and in many cultures, the idea of a 16 years old dating someone significantly older is weird and inappropriate. But from what I've heard, 16 is considered an adult under Korean law. So to him, it may not seem like a big deal. He might not think what he did is enough to get sued over, and that's what this card is reflecting. He's thinking about himself and his own happiness, not necessarily the bigger picture. So, even though he's facing backlash right now, I don't really think he gets it. I don't think he truly understands why people are upset or what he did wrong. But I guess we'll have to wait and see how things unfold. Just looking at this card alone, though, it really gave me the impression of someone who's only thinking about themselves and their own satisfaction. And lastly, we have the Ace of Cups. Before I even start explaining what this card means, you can probably already tell just by looking at the spread how things are going to be, right? It's so bright, it's annoying. That to me is kind of unfortunate in this context. It really seems like these days, no matter how terrible an actor's actions are, they don't actually face much long term damage. Now, the Ace of Cups usually represents new love, emotional renewal, or fresh beginnings, but because this reading is about his career, I see it as him finding new opportunities regardless of what happens now. Even if he doesn't get acting roles anymore, he still has power, money, and influence to do other things that he likes, and he will still be financially secure. These cards are telling me that in the end things will turn out fine for him. Yes, the Ten of Swords show that right now he's being pushed into a corner. Yes, the Eight of Wands confirm that allegations are coming at him rapidly. But after all of that, he'll still land on his feet. And honestly, that's frustrating. I won't lie. I don't think I'm entirely satisfied with this reading, but I can't sit here and tell you that things are going to go badly for him when the cards just don't say that. Oh, but you know who's not going to watch his movies or dramas anymore? Me. Not that I was a huge fan to begin with. The only drama I ever watched of his was It's Okay to Not Be Okay. And that was it. But, anyways, I'm going to wrap this up because honestly, I'm tired of talking about this guy. He really does embody the magician. If you guys remember my past reading on him, the magician is all about illusions. On the outside, he represents himself as perfect, but who knows what he's really like on the inside? I guess only time will tell. That say, I trust karma, I trust the universe. He can go live his life and we just don't have to support him anymore. I do hope he gets what he deserves. Before I go, I just want to remind you guys to always take tarot readings with a grain of salt. Tarot is all about energy, and energy can be vague and complicated. That's why I personally like to explain each card individually so you can see how the pieces fit together. As I know I'm not 100% correct. I usually post one reading a week, and honestly, that's because I'm lazy. If you have any requests, feel free to comment. But since I only do one reading a week, I tend to pick topics that interest me. However, if you really, really, really want me to read about a specific celebrity or couples, you can email me. My prices are listed in the channel's description. Alright, that's it from me today. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.